Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to say the story of Frankenstein. So I have started with the introduction, the first chapter. So after that I am going to say the fully. Okay. So let's get started. So the main character of the story is Frankenstein, like Victor Frankenstein. So I'm going to say fully. As in the introduction, I think I said about the Victor who was him, who had been made like that. So he was studying an anatomy session, like he was studying about how human live and how they die or born, etc., etc., etc. So he was making research about that. So after a few years later, he started to make the research physically. Like he was thinking and thinking and thinking, and he made a decision to make a human or monster like that. In this they are saying as a monster, but he was thinking to make a like a human. He made a human like that. So after a few years later, like 2 to 3 years later, in the Victor Frankenstein's introduction, in that he have two brothers plus one adopted sister. Okay, they were living happily. After that, he was coming and he falls on the research and he was studying. So after that, he made a monster. After finished it, and he want to make the monster alive. So after pouring a light chemical substance, he was pouring and like a blast, the small blast like boom. At that time, the monster rises up, and Victor was so like mad. He was running outside like nowhere, running as he can go faster and how far he can go. So uh, after that his friend comes and says him, why are you so running, what happened to you? He said nothing, not a problem for that, so come to my home. At that time Victor was afraid that the monster is there or not. So he was slowly going upside and he was searching for the monster. There is no monster. So his friend and he tells to the friend what happened to him. He's a best friend of him, like a soul friend. So a best friend like that. So he was talking to him for a while, and his friend says that your brother was dead. Your little brother was dead. He was asking how what happened. He was saying, did your father give a letter? No, I didn't came. Wait a minute. Yeah. I told you now about that. Yes. Okay. He was telling like that. So when he was saying, he was with a sad moment, he was going to his own village. He was living in a small village, so he was going to the village. After a few days, he was knowing that the monster is no. The brother was killed by the monster. He had a doubt, like curiosity. He was searching who was it, but he think the monster is a murderer. So he returned back to his own that laboratory that he made the monster, and he breaks all the products who used for the making of the monster. He breaks and put it in the dustbin. No more research like that. So he goes to his father and says, I don't know what to do. I think he was saying about to his father about the monster, but his friend said, don't say it. If you say it, your father will be more sad. So he will like worry about that, and something happens. It's so bad. So his father says that you must marry the your adopted sister. You should marry her. You don't have much time, you should marry her. Okay. He was saying with the bad like that. So he was going to the laboratory again. So at that time he heard the second murder. that his second brother is dead. How again the mark, that is in the first murder, the our monster is killed by like this, like holding like this, and he was dead. In the second murder also like this, and he was murdered because his big hands, he was like a big creature. His big hands is like a tattoo like that, like impression like that. So he was searching for who made this. At that time, our victim makes a decision, let's search for the monster. He again goes, he was going to the unknown place like that, like forest, icy mountains like that. When he went, he's with a what to say, he he was smiling as he with an ugly face. His face was in this image was so bad, so I was not happy for showing to you. So with an ugly face, he was smiling, a creepy face like that. Okay, he was smiling, and the victor, after, oh my god, in a split second, when someone comes near you like a monster, whoever is a bodybuilder or a more like a brave man, everyone will give a jerk, because when a human also came means, if anyone do a like suddenly do, everyone will scared of that. So he was scared, and he was telling, why are you here? Why do you kill my brothers? Yes, I will kill again your brothers and your father or your loved ones. So he was, why were you killing her? Because you made me ugly, so you should die and your loved one should die. So that's my priority. Not priority, sorry. That's my need. So I'm going to kill, lastly I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill everyone you know and your loved ones. So get ready for that, he was telling. And the monster says, you should hear my story. You should hear my story, and you should give a perfect thing. So what thing? Just hear my story. Okay, he was hearing his story because the story was so sad. He was like, his face was so ugly for that. So everyone tries to avoid him. When he created, he was just a little baby. He was saying like he was a little baby. I don't know what to do and what to say. What should I do? So I was wandering here and there. Every people and kids were afraid of me, and every man were beating me as anything. So he was running. Finally, he came here, and he killed your loved ones. So what? I didn't make you ugly, but you are ugly. Why should I make you ugly? Because you are made of a small dead bodies. Dead bodies? So you should be a dead body. What is saying? Are you man? Yes, I am man. He was telling like that. He was running from there, like, because he was so height. When Victor was like this small means he was heighter than like here. He was the heighter person. The Victor was the highest person in that area. So when Victor was like this, the monster was like this size. So everyone was scared, and he had a big foot, so he was running as fast as he can. So after that, again he came and say, you should make another creature for me, or else you will die. What, another creature? I can't do that, he was saying. And he finally makes a decision to make it. So at that time, Victor finally finished the body. So he was thinking, if we made a second creature, the creature would be more harsh than the first creature. So he was thinking like that. At that time, the first creature, the monster is coming near. Have you finished? At that time, Yes, I'm going to finish. He was taking a knife and destroying the second creature. The first creature was so surprised and he was going to kill the Victor. At that time, Victor went so fast as he can, but the monster didn't follow him. Why means at that time he killed his best friend who helped him. So when he came back to his village, he knew the news that he was killed the best friend. No, I didn't, and every policeman said, and people said you were the murderer, so you should be punished. So he was taken to the jail, and after 2 weeks you will be hanged. They were saying. The court was saying like that. At that time, after 1 week, it was a 2 weeks jail and hang. So after 1 week, his father come and says, "You are not the murderer. The court says you are innocent." Okay, he was released, and at that time, his marriage was fixed, and he was ready to marry the adopted sister. So after marriage, a letter comes to him, and the letter says that your favorite loved one will be killed at the marriage night by ... because the monster don't have a name, so he was saying ... So after that, after hearing this, he was so tensed and he don't know what to do. So he was going to it was night, like noon, 12 o'clock. It was going to be night after a few hours. He was so scared what to do. So he prepared himself with the guns, pistols and knife. So he was ready with that things, and he was ready. So at the night, the monster kills his wife. That is the adopted sister, the Victor's wife. So after hearing this, the Victor was so angry with killing the monster. So he runs as he can with the pistols and everything. He need some food like that. He ran as nothing, and he was going after meets him. And he meets him, and the monster punched him in his abdomen, like here. And he was flying like this because his hand and his non-power. So he punched him like this, and he was flying for a few meters, and the monsters ran. So he was eager to kill him, but he can kill with the pistol, but he didn't, because he is the creator. Every creator have sentiments. So he didn't kill him. So he was running. So at that time he hears a news that his father also dead. So with every full of sentiments, he was running and trying to kill, but no use. He was saying like that and finished his story. That is, he was telling the story to the captain. I told in the introduction of English. So he was saying that, and he slowly closes his eyes, and he was dead. Who? The Victor is dead. So after hearing this story, he said, "We want to kill the monster, or put the head in his ship." After thinking like that, in a split second, the monster comes and sees the creator, like Victor, and says, "Oh my God, he was dead. So let me let me burn myself." So what, burning yourself? What you're saying? Why do you like our captain says that? So why do you kill him? And why do you kill his loved ones? So now you are saying you should be killed. What? So I thought he made me ugly face. So he died. So I am going to die. I am going to die. No one is there. So he was running. So that's all the story is. The Frankenstien is written by Mary Shelley. So this is and in the next video I will introduce another book. Please wait for that. Please subscribe and press the bell icon to get my notification, and please like, share, subscribe. Okay. See you next time.